As a child, we have all imagined touching the sun, of course being unaware of the unavailability of technology, or more so, the lack of knowledge about the heat and temperature around the sun. Pretty funny when we think about it now. But the curiosity a child has is the same curiosity that fuels an astronomer's perseverance towards uncovering the mysteries of this universe. To know more about the Sun and its atmosphere, the Parker Solar Probe was launched on 12 August 2018. You would be surprised to know that the idea to send a probe to the Sun of our solar system was conceptualized back in the year 1958. At that time, the Fields and Particles Group of the National Academy of Sciences proposed the idea to send a mission to the Sun. Did you know that the Sun's atmosphere, also known as the corona, is actually hotter than the surface itself? Even scientists are baffled at these phenomena. To answer these questions and at the same time prevent the probe from barbecuing itself, a 4.5-inch thick, carbon composite heat shield is attached to the surface facing the Sun, which protects it from the extreme heat. In order to get close to the Sun, the Parker Solar Probe will sling in an orbit around Venus, during which it will make 7 flybys, each flyby getting closer to the Sun. At the closest approach to the Sun, the probe will almost be in the orbit of Mercury. Distance from the Sun would be around 3.8 million miles. The closest a spacecraft has ever been to our Sun. When the probe is the closest to the Sun, the speed at which it would move is calculated to be around 700,000 kilometers per hour. You could go around the world in a minute at that pace. The probe is equipped with plasma, energetic particles, magnetic field detectors, and a camera to image the solar winds. These instruments would help answer long-standing questions such as where do high-energy solar particles come from? Or why is the Sun's atmosphere hotter than the surface, or how do solar winds accelerate after being emitted from the surface of the Sun and there being nothing to push them forward? The Sun is the closest star to us. Thus studying it would be the fastest way to know more about other stars in our galaxy and beyond. Studying the Sun would also help answer questions on the development of life on Earth. Studying the Sun would also help us predict space weather, which mostly affects satellites in orbit around Earth. Data gathered from the study would help us protect them better. Right now, the probe is a little over 6 million miles from the surface of the Sun. Needless to say, it is experiencing a ton of heat and radiation. So, what have we learned thus far from the data sent by the probe? The magnetic field around the Sun is not as stable as that of Earth. The field lines suddenly change direction to about 180 degrees for a brief period. These are known as switchbacks. The probe also led to the discovery of Alvain's critical surface, and that it too has valleys, spikes, and wrinkles, unlike the previously predicted smooth surface. What is all this, you ask? So basically, the Sun is a hot ball of burning gas. The heated gases expand and move away from the surface, and the point comes when the gravity and magnetic field are not enough to keep the gases close to the Sun. This is the Alvain critical surface, and it is not a smooth surface. The solar probe has been designed to last at least 7 years, at the end of which, the probe will slowly descend down, closer to the surface of the Sun, and then vaporize. Feels kinda sad to know that such a great piece of an instrument will in the end sacrifice itself for the development of science, just like the Galileo mission, which plunged itself into the depths of Jupiter, sending data till the last moments, before being shattered and vaporized in its atmosphere. If you learned something from this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Stay tuned, and we will see you in the next video.